Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, why doesn't this haircut look as good on me as it does on someone else? It's not about your age. It's not even about the hair itself. The real secret lies in something so simple, yet so often overlooked. The shape of your face. After 50, our faces naturally change. The soft fullness we once had might shift. Our jawlines may become more defined or sometimes softer. And if we keep choosing hairstyles the same way we always have based on trends or habit, we might be missing the chance to truly highlight our best features today. Here's the good news. The right haircut tailored to your face shape can instantly lift your look, soften aging lines, and make you feel more confident without needing a single drop of makeup. Whether your face is round, square, oval, long, or heart-shaped, there's a style that was made just for you. And in this video, we're going to help you discover it. We'll walk through the most common face shapes after 50, what works, what doesn't, and the simple adjustments that can completely transform how you look and feel. So if you're ready to embrace the hairstyle that flatters you the most, let's dive in. Your most confident self might just be one haircut away. If you enjoy clear, gentle, and instantly useful beauty advice made for women over 50, please subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Path now. We share practical, heart-centered tips every week to help you look and feel your best at every age. Hitting subscribe means you'll never miss a fresh idea that could make a real difference in how you present yourself to the world. Thank you for joining our growing family of women choosing confidence and joy together. Why face shape matters after 50, wise advice. After 50, our faces are more than a map of features. They tell a changing story of bone, muscle, and the soft tissues that support them. Over decades, gravity, shifting fat pads, and a natural decrease in skin elasticity subtly alter proportions. A chin can appear narrower, cheek fullness may shift, and the relationship between forehead, cheekbones, and jawline can feel different from what you remember. Those small changes matter because hair is not separate from your face, it interacts with it. A cut that once harmonized beautifully might now highlight areas you'd rather soften, or hide the balance that makes your eyes pop. Think of face shape as the architecture beneath a painting. The same dress hung on a different frame can look entirely new. Choosing a haircut that responds to the current architecture of your face after 50 is not about disguising age. It's about celebrating the face you have now by working with your present lines and planes. A well-placed layer can lift a softer jawline. A side-swept fringe can draw attention to eyes rather than a widened forehead. And subtle crown volume can create the vertical length that helps a rounder face appear more elongated. Color and placement play their part too, because highlights and lowlights can sculpt light and shadow across the face to either accentuate or soften bone structure. This is why face shape awareness is timeless. Trends fade, but proportion and balance remain the visual rules that make a style flattering. When we stop copying a look that belonged to our younger self and instead choose a cut that honors our current features, something soft and powerful happens. The face reads as balanced, the eyes become the focal point, and the whole expression becomes younger, brighter, and more confident. The goal isn't to erase age but to choose styles that let your energy and personality shine through the very best of who you are now. How to identify your face shape after 50. Practical, heart-centered steps. Finding your current face shape is simpler than it feels, but it requires a fresh, kind look at your face today. Not a memory of who you were at 30. Stand in natural light, pull your hair back with a soft clip, and use a mirror, or take a straight-face photo. To observe 4 points: forehead width, cheekbone prominence, jawline shape, and the vertical length from hairline to chin. Measure or visually compare. Whether your face is wider at the cheekbones, nearly as wide at the forehead and jaw, or longer top to bottom than it is wide. Remember that after 50, proportions shift. Cheeks may have a softer roundness and jowls or changes near the neck can alter the jawline's perceived width. Ask yourself gentle, specific questions. Is my cheekbone area the widest part? Is my jawline angular or softly curved? Does my face appear noticeably longer than it is wide? Is my forehead broader with a narrower chin? These simple observations usually place most faces into 5 broad categories: round, square, oval, long, rectangular, or heart-shaped. Don't be rigid. Many faces are a lovely mix. What's important is to use the dominant characteristics to guide choices. If your cheeks are now the widest point, styles that add length work best. If your jaw is strong and angular, softening layers and face-framing waves are kinder. Once you know your current shape, the rest becomes creative and joyful. You can choose cuts that lift, soften, add width, or create balance. This process of reevaluating your face is not a critique, it's an act of self-care. A chance to select a hairstyle that reflects who you are today and the life you are living. Round face shape. What to know and how to transform. A round face is defined by a soft, curved jawline and cheekbones that are the widest point. Width and length are nearly equal, so the visual goal is gentle elongation and added vertical interest. After 50, round faces can appear fuller as soft tissue settles. The strategy is to create lines that draw the eye up and down rather than across. Long, layered cuts that fall below the chin are especially flattering because they create a vertical seam that visually lengthens the face. Think of diagonal movement. Long side-swept bangs that tuck toward the cheek create a slanted line that breaks up roundness, while layers that start below the cheekbone avoid adding width at the fullest part of the face. Soft waves that begin beneath the cheeks or a deep side part can add dimension without emphasizing width. Volume at the crown. Subtle, not exaggerated. Lifts the entire silhouette and gives the illusion of length. Conversely, avoid blunt, chin-length bobs that end at the widest point and straight across bangs that bisect the face horizontally. These choices tend to emphasize width and can age the face by creating a heavy visual line. Texture is your ally. Light, airy layers add movement. Face framing pieces that angle downward help the eye travel. Color placement also helps. A darker root with softly lightened ends can draw attention up and away from the widest zone, while face framing highlights that begin below the cheekbone can create a soft vertical frame. For fine or thinning hair, choose layered long lobs with a soft bend to combine fullness and length. For thicker textures, longer layers with gentle waves keep the silhouette elegant rather than bulky. The emotional effect is immediate. The face reads slenderer, the expression seems more lifted, and confidence follows when harmony is restored between hair and face shape. Square face shape. Softening angles with intention. A square face carries strength. A defined angular jaw with forehead, cheekbones, and jaw roughly the same width. After 50, these planes can look more pronounced as skin loses some fullness, so the aim is to introduce softness and movement to temper sharp edges. Layers that begin around the chin and sweep away from the jaw help blur the boxy silhouette. Loose face skimming waves create a gentle curve that counters hard lines. Medium to longer lengths are advantageous because they provide space for movement and layering that distracts from the angular jaw. Shoulder-length bobs with rounded ends or long layers that brush the collarbone are both flattering. They add feminine curvature without sacrificing polish. Side-swept bangs or long fringes that drift across the forehead soften a broad brow and shift focus to the eyes, while tucking one side behind the ear creates an asymmetry that feels modern and flattering. Avoid ultra-short, severe cuts that rest at the jawline with zero movement. These tend to amplify the jaw's prominence. Also be careful with completely straight, blunt styles that lack texture. They can read severe. When it comes to color, gentle, blended highlights near the temples and jawline create optical softness. Aim for transitions rather than stark blocks of shade. For women with coarser hair, long layers that reduce bulk without sacrificing shape are ideal. For finer hair, add soft waves and a bit of root lift to counterbalance a heavy jaw. The result should feel like a graceful softening. The face keeps its character, but the overall effect reads more open, approachable, and youthful. Oval face shape. The playground of possibilities. An oval face is slightly longer than wide with a softly rounded jaw. A naturally balanced canvas where no single feature dominates. This wonderful proportion gives you freedom. Most cuts work beautifully, making oval faces the most versatile. After 50, continue to choose styles that respect your hair's changing texture and personal energy rather than relying solely on shape. Short pixie cuts that reveal the cheekbones can be fresh and modern, illuminating your facial symmetry. Medium-length layered styles with movement at cheekbone level add softness and life. Curtain bangs or wispy fringes can frame the eyes and soften the forehead without overwhelming balance. That said, avoid heavy, thick bangs that cover too much of the face or overly long, one-length styles that hide your natural symmetry and can appear heavy on aging hair. Instead, opt for dimensional cuts with light layering that enhances your best features. a soft lob with subtle waves, or a shoulder-length cut with long layers that flip outward to add youthful motion. Color-wise, both warm and cool palettes suit oval faces, so match tone to your skin undertone. Sun-kissed highlights for warm tones, cool sandy shades for cooler undertones. Texture matters more than ever. If your hair has thinned, a short cut with crown volume or a layered bob with inward curved ends adds perceived fullness. If your hair is thick, angled layers prevent heaviness and allow the face to breathe. The beauty of an oval face is that you can experiment confidently, but always choose options that feel manageable and true to your lifestyle. A style that feels effortless will always look the most beautiful. A gentle nudge toward change. Now that you know how face shape, texture, and color work together after 50, remember this. A haircut is not a mask, it's a tool. It can highlight the wisdom in your eyes, lift your cheekbones, and make the world see the confident, radiant person you are. Start small if that feels best. A thoughtful layer, a softer part, or a few face-framing highlights. And let your stylist help translate these ideas into a cut that fits your lifestyle. At Timeless Wisdom Path, we believe change should feel like a friend, not a stranger. Your best hair days are still ahead, and they begin with one intentional choice. If this video inspired you, subscribe for more practical, gentle beauty and lifestyle advice created especially for women over 50, and share this with a sister or friend who could use a little encouragement today. Thank you for watching, and remember, you are beautiful, wise, and worth the care you give yourself.